Ntate Sipokosha Paul Mashatile, can we welcome Honorable Paul Mashatile, the Deputy President of the Republic of South Africa? Trotman Yamans, Sangbiza Wena Trotman. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Program Directors, Deputy Minister of Water and Sanitation, Ubaba David Mahlobo, Ms. Cindy Mabe, Acting Mayor of the City of Ekurhuleni, Ms. Thembi Msani, Honorable Minister of Water and Sanitation of South Africa, Ms. Phemi Majodina, Babes Wamanzi, Deputy Minister of Water and Sanitation, Mr. Isaac Seotlolo, Vice Minister Foreign Trade and Development, Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Finland, Mr. P. Hellman, awsisa Chairperson, Mr. Ramateu Munyokolo, IWA President, Professor Hamad Kassan, Rainwater Group Chief Executive, Mr. Sipho Musai, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished delegates, and esteemed guests. I'm privileged to address you today, although I had hoped to join you in person for the second day of the awsisa African Global South Water and Sanitation Dialogue. This event is important because it unites an array of stakeholders from the entire water and sanitation value chain. I'm addressing you as the Deputy President of the Republic of South Africa, Chairperson of the Water Task Team, and as a fervent advocate for the provision of clean, drinkable water and sanitation to our communities, nations, and the globe. I have repeatedly emphasized that water is life and sanitation is dignity. This is more than just a slogan. It is the foundation of ecosystems important for survival and sustenance. For our continent, which is plentiful of natural resources, this crucial resource is critical for our economy, notably in agriculture, mining, and the manufacturing sector. Today, I'm particularly pleased with the theme of this dialogue, which is towards sustainable water and sanitation security in Africa, as it strategically encompasses a Pan-African and Global South perspective. This regional and international perspective is essential due to the shared vulnerabilities that African nations encounter because of erratic climate patterns, uncontrolled urban development, and the institutional fragility of service provision. Consequently, the timing of this gathering could not have been more critical, as the security of water and sanitation remains a pressing concern for the sustainable development of our continent. This dialogue surpasses the confines of a traditional forum by bringing together policymakers, technical experts, industry leaders, researchers, community representatives, and international development partners. It creates a strategic nexus in which shared governance models are analyzed. Technological solutions are pressure tested for local applicability, and cross-border partnerships are solidified. Our goal should be about promoting policy harmonization, accelerating investment in essential infrastructure and technology across the continent, focusing on practical solutions. Ladies and gentlemen, In South Africa, water insecurity is a critical and escalating issue resulting from a combination of factors such as climate change, deteriorating infrastructure, increasing socio-economic inequality, and deficiencies in municipal management. The deep-seated challenges facing South Africa water and sanitation sector includes water scarcity and climate stress. South Africa faces significant water scarcity, with an average annual rainfall of about 497 millimeters, which is less than half the global average. This condition is exacerbated by climate change, resulting in more frequent and severe extreme weather events. The Day Zero crisis in Cape Town showcased the critical nature of drought, while recent floods in KwaZulu-Natal underscored the contrasting threat posed by extreme weather. These events disrupt the hydrological cycle, lead to considerable soil erosion, and overwhelm sewage and drainage systems, thereby posing risk to both water availability and quality. Aging infrastructure and non-revenue water. The foundational infrastructure is marked by significant under-maintenance and a history of low investment, leading to non-revenue water rates that reach 40 to 50% in certain municipality distribution networks. This loss is attributed to physical leaks, operational inefficiencies, illegal connections, and metering failures. The resulting financial and physical losses equate to billions annually, diverting necessary capital away from expansion or social programs, thereby exacerbating resource stress across the system. To address this challenge, the South African government has in 2024 established the Water Resource Infrastructure Agency Act, which aims to centralize the management and funding of the nation's water infrastructure. We are also providing funds through initiatives like the Water Services Infrastructure Grant to complete new regional bulk and small water projects. On governance and skill challenges, effective service delivery in municipal governance is hindered by accountability issues, financial mismanagement, and a lack of technical skills. This leads to the release of untreated wastewater into water bodies, compromising water quality, increasing treatment costs, and heightening public health risks, particularly for waterborne diseases. These challenges hinder progress towards reaching our Sustainable Development Goals, especially SDG 3 and SDG 6, which emphasizes health, well-being, and access to clean water. With rising water demand driven by population growth and urbanization, addressing these issues is paramount for health and sanitation needs. In this regard, the National Water Safety Management Program highlights the need for 15,000 more skilled water professionals by 2030 and emphasizes the importance of attracting and retaining technically qualified personnel such as engineers within municipalities and also the Department of Water and Sanitation. I must further add that addressing these challenges requires us to scale up investments in infrastructure and sustainable water management to ensure a secure supply for all. I commend this timely dialogue because it serves as an essential circuit breaker for the polycrisis through integration, accountability, and a common operational strategy. It is well positioned to generate tangible, scalable solutions. I am confident that this dialogue will facilitate direct, outcome-focused engagements among the Department of Water and Sanitation, water boards, regulatory bodies, and local municipalities. It will establish political and peer accountability, addressing skills deficits, improving financial management, and ensuring compliance with regulatory standards in service delivery. As leaders in the sector, it is crucial to utilize this dialogue to establish transparent and strategic public-private partnerships. Such partnerships have the potential to secure the substantial long-term capital needed to achieve the ambitious infrastructure renewal and development objective outlined in the National Water Resource Strategy 3. Furthermore, the dialogue should rapidly accelerate the adoption of tested African and Global South best practices. This includes promoting not only technological solutions, but also the critical strategy of ecological infrastructure protection. Achieving sustainable water security increasingly relies on the digital transformation initiative by the Fourth Industrial Revolution. To fully harness the benefits of this technological advancement, collaboration emerges as a key strategy. This entails sharing frameworks, standards, and associated costs to maximize national benefits. Africa should also equip youth and professionals with essential skills for the Fourth Industrial Revolution, focusing on data science, automation, and systems management. Additionally, increased efforts in smart water management and digital twin modeling are necessary to develop virtual replicas of physical water systems. This approach facilitates real-time monitoring, predictive analysis, and scenario simulation, ultimately improving efficiency, reducing losses, and enhancing decision-making. Ladies and gentlemen, reducing water loss is very important. To achieve environmental safety and ensure water security for future generations, it is essential to take deliberate actions to reduce water consumption, promote the reuse and recycle of water, and implement rainwater harvesting. This approach is vital not only for the financial viability of water utilities, but also for safeguarding public health. Together, the African continent must commit to implement the Africa Water Vision 2063, which establishes a framework for a united long-term approach to water security, transitioning from fragmented responses to collective action. Our commitment should focus on aligning with SDGs, especially SDG 6, which aims to ensure availability and sustainable management of water and sanitation. SDG 3, which promotes healthy lives and well-being for all. SDG 9 centers on industry, innovation, and infrastructure. SDG 10 aimed at reducing inequalities, and SDG 13, which calls for urgent action to combat climate change and its impact. By implementing the Sustainable Development Goals and the National Water Resource Strategy 3 objectives, we can position South Africa and Africa for sustainable, technologically innovative, and just water management practices. As leaders and change makers, it is imperative to dedicate ourselves to developing sustainable solutions that guarantee universal access to clean water and sanitation. Our efforts should focus on the most marginalized and vulnerable populations, particularly women, children, and individuals residing in remote or underserved regions. By providing communities with essential knowledge, tools, and resources to obtain clean water and sanitation services, we have the responsibility to foster a more equitable and just society for everyone. Access to such vital resources not only improve health and well-being, but also promote social equity and justice, essential components for community development and sustainability. Together, we have the power to make a difference. Together, we can build a future where water is not a privilege, but a fundamental human right for all. Together, Africa will rise. I thank you.
Another round of applause for His Excellency, the Deputy President of the Republic of South Africa, Mr. Paul Mashatile, and the leader of government business,